Hello, friends. It's Miss Jamie. I'm so happy to see you today. Let's start a new week with a new song called Hello, Hello with our music teacher, Miss Nancy. Will you sing with me? Here she is.
This is Hello, Hello from I Know I'll Grow. Hello, 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 what do you know? Hello, 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 what do you know? Do you know where your head is? Head. Hello, 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 what do you know? Hello, 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 what do you know? Do you know where your shoulders are? Shoulders. Do you know where your head is? Head. Hello, 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 what do you know? Hello, 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 what do you know? Do you know where your hands are? Hands. Do you know where your shoulders are? Shoulders. Do you know where your head is? Head. Hello, 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 what do you know? Hello, 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 what do you know? Do you know where your tummy is? Tummy. Do you know where your hands are? Hands. Do you know where your shoulders are? Shoulders. Do you know where your head is? Head. Hello, 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 what do you know? Hello, 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 what do you know? Do you know where your knees are? Knees. Do you know where your tummy is? Tummy. Do you know where your hands are? Hands. Do you know where your shoulders are? Shoulders. And do you know where your head is? Head. Hello, 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 what do you know? Hello, 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 what do you know? Do you know where your toes are? Toes. Do you know where your knees are? Knees. Do you know where your tummy is? Tummy. Do you know where your hands are? Hands. Do you know where your shoulders are? Shoulders. And do you know where your head is? Head. Hello, 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 what do you know? Oh, hello, 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 what do you know? Hello, what do you know?
Thank you, Miss Nancy. It's so much fun singing with you. We have a great week in store this week, and I can't wait to wake Betsy up so we can say hello to her. Will you call her for me? 1, 2, 3. Say, Betsy, where are you? Is she back there? Let me see. Betsy, are you taking a nap? I'll wake her up though. Hello, friends! Oh, I'm so happy to see you today. Betsy, let's sing hello to the friends who are watching. Hello, friends, how are you? Hello, Betsy, how are you? Hello, Miss Jamie, how are you? We're so glad to see you. Here, here, we're all here, here, here. We're all here, here, here. We're all here. We're all here together. Yay! Betsy, we have something really fun this week. All week this week, we are going to learn nursery rhymes. Can you say that? Nursery rhymes, yes. And nursery rhymes are short poems. They're old. They've been told from grandmas and grandpas to their kids for hundreds of years, some of them. And they're sometimes a little silly, but most of the time they are about an animal or a kid doing something special that rhymes. And so all week we're going to learn these nursery rhymes. And your job this week is to practice saying the nursery rhymes with me. Do you think you can do that? I believe in you. I know you can. Our first nursery rhyme this week is about a little girl named Mary. And Mary lives on a farm. And on that farm, she has a little lamb. And the lamb loves Mary so much that everywhere that Mary goes, the lamb follows her. The lamb, can you see what color this lamb is? Yes, Mary's little lamb is white. Its fleece, which is the wool that's covering it, is white. I have a whole basket of sheep fleece. It is so soft, like a cotton ball. And this is from the sheep got a haircut, and I got some of the wool so that you could see what the sheep's wool looks like. This one is not as white as snow, not as white as Mary's lamb, but it's pretty white, and it's very, very soft. Have you ever touched a sheep with soft fleece or soft wool? Have you ever had the chance to do that? Okay, I'm going to teach you this poem about Mary had a little lamb. I'll say it once so you can learn it, and then we're going to say it together. Are you ready? Okay, here it goes. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. That's the first part. Here comes the next part. Here Mary's getting ready to go to school. She has her books and she's going to walk this way. And the next part goes like this. Everywhere that Mary went, Mary went, Mary went. Everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. So if Mary goes this way, guess what? The lamb is going to follow her. And if Mary walks this way, the lamb is going to follow her. The lamb follows Mary everywhere she goes. We can even do a couple more verses like this. It followed her to school one day, school one day, school one day. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rules. They were not allowed to take the lamb to school. But do you know what happened when they got there? All of the kids were so excited to see the lamb. Do you see them? See, the little lamb is sitting by the desk and the kids are petting it. It made the children laugh and play, laugh and play, laugh and play. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. But the teacher was not happy. She pointed to the door like this. And do you see her? She says, the teacher said it must go home, must go home, must go home. The teacher said it must go home. There are no lambs at school. Isn't that funny? It's almost like a song, isn't it? We can do a poem into a song. We're just going to practice the first part together, but I thought you'd like to hear the whole thing about Mary and her little lamb. Will you practice saying the first part with me? The first part goes like this. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. You say it. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. I could hear you. Good job. Can you try it again? Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. Well done. Everywhere that Mary went. Can you say that part? Mary went, Mary went. Everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Well done. That's the nursery rhyme. We could say it just with our words like this. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. But for that one, I like to sing it. Do you like to say the words or sing the words? What's your favorite way to do it? I like to sing it too. So we read the story, or the little poem of Mary Had a Little Lamb. And now we're going to think. A little lamb. Does the little lamb belong on a farm? You see this farm, it has meadows and a tree outside, and we could go like this. Farm. Can you make your whole hand and do the sign for farm? You do it. Farm. Or does a little lamb belong in school? See this inside room with a carpet and some lockers. There's a door and a clock on the wall, and the sign for school is like this. School. Let's practice the signs. Farm or school. Where does a little lamb belong? Where should the little lamb go? Show me. Is it on the farm or at school? Yes, the little lamb is supposed to go on the farm. You're right. Let's try a couple more. What about a cow? Does the cow belong on the farm or at school? Did you do the sign? Farm. Good. Yes, the cow belongs on a farm. You knew it. What about this? These are pencils. You can use them to draw a picture or write some words. Do the pencils belong on a farm or at school? What do you think? Where do these pencils belong? Did you say school? Yes, the school. There are lots of pencils at school. You're right. What about a bookshelf? A bookshelf is a piece of furniture where you can pile up all the books. Would you find a bookshelf outside at a farm or at a school? What do you think? At a school. Yes, your brain is so smart. Good thinking. Should we do a couple more? What about a goat? Do you find a goat on a farm or at school? Show me. Say farm. Goats belong on the farm. Yes, you knew it. You're right. What about, let's see if we can find another one. A farmer with a tractor. Would you find a farmer on a farm or at school? Where does the farmer belong? Yes, did you do the sign? Say, a farmer belongs on the farm. Well done. This one is a backpack. It looks like Betsy's backpack, doesn't it? Does the backpack belong on a farm or do you find it at school. Yes, do the sign. Say, it belongs at school. There are lots of backpacks at school. Good. And how about a basket full of eggs? Would you find a basket full of eggs on a farm or at school? Where do the eggs belong? Yes, on a farm. We'll do 2 more. This is a carpet or a rug. It goes on the floor and you can sit on it. Would you find this carpet on a farm or at school? Yes, show me the sign. It belongs at school. Good. Okay, let's do 1 more. This one is a silo. It sits next to the barn and you can put corn in there to feed the animals. Would you find a silo at a farm or at school? Yes, show me. On the farm. You're right. We sorted the pictures. Do they belong on a farm or at school? And you knew it. You were right. Now, Mary's lamb was a little lamb. We're going to make some sentences and look at different animals. And you have to decide if these animals are little, like the lamb, or big. Do you see this one? It's a hedgehog. Is the hedgehog little or big? You ever seen a little hedgehog? Oh, they're so cute. They fit in your hand. A hedgehog is little. Good. Little starts with the letter L. Little. Let's put it up there. A hedgehog is little. What about a cow? Is a cow little or big? Yes, you're right. A cow is big. That's the word. B-I-G. Big. Good. And let's do another one. Let's do this one. It's an ant. You might see on the sidewalk. Is the ant little or big? The ant is little, of course, even smaller than a hedgehog, right? The ant is little. Good. And we'll do 1 more. How about a whale that swims in the ocean? Have you ever seen a picture of a whale? Is the whale little or big? Yes, it's really B-I-G, really big. Well done. Now we have to turn our thinking caps on superpower. Are you ready? Click, click. Really superpower, because we are going to use our reading finger to read these sentences that we made. Did you know that you can read these sentences? Yes, but you have to have your thinking cap on. Click, click, click. The sentences go like this. The hedgehog is little. Can you say it if I point? Ready? The hedgehog is little. Good reading. Nice job. The next one says, the cow is big. Can you do it if I point? The cow is big. Good reading. The next sentence says, the ant is little. Can you read it? The ant is little. Well done. You're so smart. My heart is going, oh, I'm so proud of you. The last one says, the whale is big. Can you read it? The whale is big. Wow! When we do our nursery rhymes this week, I want you to be listening for this word little. Lots of our nursery rhymes are going to have the word little in them. And you'll say, oh, I heard the word little. I can read that word, little. I'm so proud of you every day. The story that I'm going to read to you today is a really cute book about Mary with her little lamb. And you can see where they live, on a farm. In this story, the little lamb gets into some trouble when Mary isn't looking. In fact, all of the animals on the farm get into some trouble because of this little lamb. Let's read and find out what happens to Mary and her little lamb. This book and the pictures are by the same person, Isa Trapani. She wrote the words and created the pictures in the book. Mary had a little lamb. Here's the title page, and you can see the little lamb is sneaking through the fence, and Mary's not looking. You see him in there with the bucket, and there's Mary giving the little lamb a hug. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. You see she's carrying her school books and her lunchbox. I think she might be going to school. And then one day the little lamb decided to be free, and so it wandered off alone to see what it could see. Here comes the trouble. Across the field up to the barn, the little lamb did stray, and there it met a big brown horse and led it out to play. See, it's opening the horse's stall and letting the horse out. But when the gate was opened up, the horse went charging out, and in its dust the little lamb went stumbling all about. Poor little lamb got a face full of dust. It bumped into the tough old goose as she was walking by. She flapped her wings and hissed and pecked, which made the poor lamb cry. The cow woke up and kicked a pail right up into the air and gave the lamb a milky bath as it was standing there. Look, the pail got kicked and the lamb is covered with milk. The little lamb raced back outside, escaping, taking off. But as it ran, it tripped and fell into the water trough. Now it's wet and milky and dusty. The lamb stood up and shook its fleece, but did not realize the old barn cat would surely get a very wet surprise. Cats do not like to get wet. That cat looks really upset, doesn't it? The cat let out a shriek so loud, it gave the hens a scare. It made them cluck and run around in circles everywhere. Look at all those hens running in circles. What a disaster. In the middle of this fuss, a grumpy goat came by and gave the lamb a mean old butt straight up into the sky. Where is the lamb going to land? Can you tell? Yes. Into the pig pen fell the lamb and got completely stuck. Then all the way from head to hoof was covered up in muck. Look, he's all in the pig pen, in the mud and the muck. When Mary found her little lamb, its fleece was muddy brown. She cleaned it up with lamb shampoo and gently hosed it down. You see, he's so dirty from being in the pigsty. She brushed and fed the little lamb and kissed its sleepy head. It looked at her with sheepish eyes, and then it went to bed. Mary and her little lamb love each other so much they have bunk beds. Mary sleeps up on top, and the little lamb sleeps in the bed below her. Have you ever seen bunk beds like that where two people can sleep in the same, one on top and one on the bottom? It would be silly to have a lamb in your room, wouldn't it? On the last page of this book, there are some music notes. So if you have a guitar or a piano, you could play the song. It shows you which notes to play. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. Good, you did it. We are going to make some white lamb dough today for our home project. This is one of my very favorite activities. Let me scooch it back here so that you can see it. To make this white lamb dough, you need only 2 ingredients. Let me move these so we can see a little bit better. Little, big, little, big. There, that's a little bit better. To make this white lamb dough, we only need 2 ingredients to mix together in a big bowl, and it will make dough that is soft as a lamb. The 2 ingredients are cornstarch. If you're not in the United States, cornstarch is usually called corn flour, I think. So cornstarch, which you might have in your kitchen, and hair conditioner, which you might have in your shower. And you just mix equal parts of hair conditioner and cornstarch. You don't have to measure it. You can be a scientist and just mix them up until it's exactly right. The tricky thing is, parents, I'll tell you this part. So you just put some hair conditioner. Ooh, look at that white hair conditioner, like I'm taking a shower. Do you see that in there? Is that if you have cheap hair conditioner, like from the dollar store, which is where all of my hair conditioner comes from for this dough, then it will be filled with a lot of water, and you might need extra cornstarch. If you have expensive salon hair conditioner, it does not have a lot of water. And so you will not need quite as much cornstarch. So you just mix the powder and the conditioner together until it forms a dough. So it shouldn't be very wet and it shouldn't be very crumbly. You can use a spoon, and it's okay if it gets on your hands. That's okay if you get messy, because that means your brain is working and learning and getting smarter, and it just rinses right off with water, so you don't have to worry about it making your clothes a mess or your hands a mess. Mine is a little bit too watery. Do you see that? It's still like watery, so I'm going to put a little bit more cornstarch in there. See if I can. Whoop. Whoa, did you see that? So you can just mix it up. And boys and girls, this is half of the fun. So make sure that you're doing this part. Your grown-ups don't need to do this. You can get a spoon and a bowl and just mix, mix, mix like a scientist until it's exactly right. Oh, this is good. Yes. Do you see now it's almost like a dough? My parts are sticking together. My cornstarch is not too crumbly, and my hair conditioner's not too sticky. And let me just get this. And then what you're going to end up with, is a dough that, mine might still be a little bit too sticky. It's okay, friends, if it gets on your hands, because when it gets on your hands, that means your brain is getting smarter. It is okay, and it just rinses right off with water when you're done, so you don't have to worry about getting messy at all. Some kids really like to get messy, and there are some kids who don't like to get messy. But you don't have to worry about this one because even if you get it a little bit on your hands, it will come right off. There we go. So you're going to get a really, well, this is good, a really soft, shouldn't be too sticky, dough. Oh yeah, do you see how it's taking all that part off my hands? And it's so much fun to play with this dough because it's not as hard as Play-Doh. It's soft and it smells really good depending on what your hair conditioner smells like. I think mine smells like, well, it says it smells like the rain. I don't know about that. But do you see how it's nice and soft and doesn't make a mess on my hands? It even took some of that conditioner off that was on my hands. It's really fun to play with this soft as a lamb snow dough. And if you decide to make this at home, I would love to see a picture of your soft as a lamb snow dough. In fact, Betsy and I will probably play with this one after the video is over. Would you show me a picture if you decide to make some soft as lamb snow dough? I would love to see what you're working on after school. Ooh, that does smell good. Almost like I put lotion on my hands. Boys and girls, it is already time for us to sing goodbye. Will you help me call Betsy back? Here she comes. 1, 2, 3. Say, Betsy, come back. Hello, friends. Ooh, I love soft as lamb dough. Do you? Yes, Betsy, we can play with this later, okay? Yes. I've enjoyed learning our first nursery rhyme with you today called Mary Had a Little Lamb. And we can't wait to see you again tomorrow. Let's sing goodbye to our friends, Betsy. Preschool time is over now, over now, over now. Preschool time is over now for another day. Wave goodbye to all of our friends, all of our friends, all of our friends. Wave goodbye to all of our friends. It's time to stay home and play. Hip, hip, hooray! Do you have any birdseed for Betsy? While you're getting it, I'll show you what the play pack looks like this week. Here's the recipe and some links if you need help making your soft as a lamb dough. I wrote out the rhyme for you and some other fun ideas that you can use to extend the learning after the video is over. Betsy's hungry today. Will you throw her some birdseed? Here comes. Thank you, boys and girls. Now Betsy's going to blow you a kiss. If you'd like to catch it, hold your hand out like this. Here it comes. Catch it, stick it to your cheek. Give yourself a big hug from Miss Jamie and Betsy. We're so proud of you. We love being your teacher, and we will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye, friends. Bye-bye.